Hello and welcome to Downtime Fun. In the past year, I have been solving many different types of puzzles, but this is really the first time I tried a lock puzzle, and this is also different that it's made out of wood. It looks like a combination lock, so let's see what this is all about, shall we? So today my challenge is to solve this Zahlenschloss puzzle by Jean-Claude Constantin. This is rated as a level 8 by Puzzle Master, which I bought from, and I think it's sold out already. The name Zahlen means number in English and Schloss means the lock, so it's a number lock or a combination lock. Not much clue is given from the name. The puzzle arrived without any packaging and it's wrapped in a shrink wrap, so no pointers there. And given this is a lock puzzle, I think the main goal will be to open the shackle just like the normal locks. No clues whatsoever, so I'll just inspect the puzzle and see what is what. There are two slots here which I can barely see two screws ends. The combination lock here, and then there are some screws that doesn't go through the whole puzzle, and the top few pieces is wiggles about, so this further shows that I think the screws doesn't go all the way. The two screws that I've mentioned earlier, which is through the slits at the back, should correspond to these two screws, so there should be a mechanism which the whole piece will go down as it suggests. And there is also this metal pole that drops in and out of the lock, but from the length of it, it seems it doesn't go through all the way, but this may be another mechanism to stop the lock to open and or the face of the lock to slide out. It may go through somewhere to the third layer or something. It rattles. There is something inside, and when I shake it a little bit, it seems there is something stopping the metal pole to go through all the way. So there seems to be a metal ball bearing or something, but if I press through, use force to press the ball bearing or something, the face doesn't move much. The dial turns, but it's still no clue. Let's see if I try to pull it and turn the dial, if it has some clicks or something, but no, nothing. I don't know what's the combination. No clues on the combination either. Shake it. I'll shake it. There must be a ball bearing inside, and the metal pole. Not shake more. When I'm stuck, just shake it. Shake it. And it's just rattling. Okay, spin move. Oh, spin. Maybe a spin move will help. No, spin the other way. I don't know, try to be creative here, but I just feel there's some movement here. No, nothing. I don't know, I'm just repeating what I've been doing for the past 10 minutes. The shackle is very loose, so it suggests it doesn't go all the way. Likely the face of the lock will move downwards, as I've mentioned earlier, and don't know. Now, I find another interesting fact is that if the lock is facing down, I can't turn the dial. Something is stuck. But if I turn it, when the dial is facing up, it can be turned freely. So it doesn't seem to be affected by the pull. Okay, now 27 minutes in, I am feeling defeat. No clue whatsoever, no progress. I know a few things. Tap it, shake it, it rattles. Shake it in a different orientation, it rattles differently, but I don't know and we can't see the whole mechanism at all. The face moves, tap it on the hand. When in doubt, use force if it doesn't work. There are a lot of moving parts here. When I try to hold the pull and shake it, it sounds similar. And it's a combination lock, so I think instead of a combination for the dial, it should be a combination of moves that I have to do before I can unlock the shackle. Okay, I've been playing it for half an hour and I'm tired, so let's call it a day. Okay, so I have been playing around with the lock for a few more hours on the couch and I didn't record it because I have no confidence whatsoever if I can solve it. And I think I have a better idea of how the lock works. So my guess is I'll just draw it to show everyone what I think about the lock. So this is the back of the lock, this is the pole, and inside there is some sort of and this is the dial, so the pole is in the middle or the center of the dial, and I think there is an enclosure shaped like this. It's a T shaped and there's a ball bearing inside. So when the pole is inside like so, the ball bearing will move over the pole and it doesn't drop in. But if we take the pole, let the pole drop out like so, and if we shake it, it will drop into the pit and the pole will basically push on the ball bearing. So this should be one of the mechanisms stopping the top layers to move, but it's still not moving. So that move should be one of the mechanisms I have to make sure it stays there. Now the second mechanism, it seems that when I turn the dial and shake the lock sort of this way, there are it is making different sounds. So sometimes it makes a very little small sound, and when I turn to some other combination, say 4 and 5, the sound is very small, and when it's at 1 and 7, it's much louder. So this may be another mechanism that I have to keep in mind. Okay, so 7 and 1, it sounds very loud now, and oh, whoa! Finally, this, after playing for so long for a level 8, I think I have been playing with it for more than 3 to 4 hours. I have finally solved it. And I'm quite happy with myself because the mechanism is what I've initially guessed, in the sense the shackle doesn't come out from the body, but actually the body moves downwards so the shackle can go free. Okay, so quickly I'll just summarize the whole lock mechanism. You can see here the shackle is locked with this type of design, and that's why it's quite loose and it wobbles easily. This, the dial here, it doesn't move when it is unlocked, so the 7 and 1 is the combination. I tried to basically use force to peek inside and see what the mechanism is, and I sort of see a metal pole in between the layers. I'll just quickly draw it out to make it more clear. So this is the dial, and then the top layer, and then the second layer, and then the third layer, and I've just make the gap a lot larger to explain clearly. And there is a metal pole here, which is basically unlocked with the dial. If the dial is correct, then the pole can drop into the top face and it can be slide out of the lock. So just quickly, to open the lock, the combination is to put the dial here, so 1 and 7 at the screws, and the ball bearing has to be inside, and when I shake it, I have to tap it a little bit, and the metal pole inside will drop into the face, and I can slide the top 3 layers out like so. And this is the formal solution and mechanism of the Zahlenschloss by Jean-Claude Constantin. An excellent design, I have to say. It's quite frustrating because at first I just had no idea how this is going to open. It's quite fun. The build quality is pretty good. The metal pole unlocked by the dial is not as smooth as I hope it can be. It doesn't guarantee a unlock even with the right combination, so a little bit tricky. Overall, I think it's more like a level 9 for a puzzle like this, or maybe I'm just inexperienced with the lock puzzles. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this ride with me. If you did, just click the subscribe button and like this video. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.